Well, very good afternoon, dear students. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, dear students, today, we are going to read a new poem, from your literature reader 6. Clear? And as far as the story is concerned, like the previous story, Treasure Seeker Part 2, this is an assignment, given to you. Just read the Part 2, and I hope that you will be able to understand the story of Treasure Seeker, Part 2, So Part 1 it is over, and Part 2 is there. So that story you read out, okay. If you are having any difficulty, then I can share with you some questions also and their answer. Clear? And whatever points are there in your course, line by line that I am going to teach you today, okay. And some portion that we have deleted also, that I'll just inform you, okay. The painted ceiling. So I am just waiting for a minute. Let all the students be online, so that we can start. And from class 6, many students have not submitted their previous exam paper. Some of the students, they have not submitted, so I have just put them as absentees. So we have put them as absentees, okay. This is one beautiful poem, it's an American poem, it is a part of your American literature, okay. So very limited students have come, Janvi, then Ishan, okay, Raj Lakshmi, Samruddhi, Shardul Bhatkar, okay, Srivastav, and some Garge, okay. So quickly be online, students, so that we can start, because time and again I will not show you and discuss all the, okay. So be online faster, and this is a new poem, so you have to understand it and what kind of poem is this, and line by line we are going to explain today, okay, whatever the poem. Because extract writing, when it comes, that time you should be able to understand, because all the poems I have taught you in detail, and stories I am just skipping, not line by line I am teaching you, because story can be understood. So you read the story at home. The second part of Treasure Seeker, you just read it at home, if you are having any difficulty, then I can discuss with you. But today our new poem that we are going to learn, clear. The Painted Ceiling by Amy Lowell. She is an American writer, Clear? She is an American writer, born in the year 1874 and died in 1925. So we are reading American literature. Clear? Is it understood? So we are reading American literature, like English literature, we have Indian literature also, we have where you can find the Indian writers writing their work of art. Okay, Indian writer in English. What is the meaning of Indian writers in English? Can anyone tell me, Alice? Can you please tell me what you mean by Indian writers in English? Can anyone tell me, class 6 students, do you have any idea about this, Indian writers in English? Something new we are discussing, so can anyone tell me, I'll be so happy, What do you mean by Indian writers in English? Text me if you have any idea. Or if you don't have also, no problem, I'll just tell you what is all about that. And those students who are not attending live classes, this time also I have deducted their marks also. Okay. Indian writer who write poems in English language. Okay, very good, Shardul. Correct. Indian writers in English. Okay, Elias, you have written writers who are Indians but write their works in English. Yes, very good, Elias. Like R.K. Narayan, some of the M.K. Gandhi also, he is a writer also. APJ Abdul Kalam also. See, some of the people who are born in India but write in English. Okay, so they are Indian writers in English. Yeah, Arya Tapase, okay, Isham Tapase have written, who write poems in English. Okay, poems and story, prose, anything also. Okay, they are born in India but write in English. Okay, not in mother tongue. So the Painted Ceiling, it's an American poem written by Amy Lowell. So look at the first stanza. My grandpa lives in a wonderful house with a great many windows and doors. There are stairs that go up and stairs that go down, and such beautiful slippery floors. So you are able to understand what the first stanza tells you all about. The poetess Amy Lowell, she is living in her grandpa house, and this is a very wonderful house. The house is very wonderful, lovely, with a great many windows and doors. A lot of windows and doors you will find. It means each room is having a lot of space. I can say a lot of windows and doors so that the oxygen can pass very easily. Now in city you might have seen, people are constructing, their houses, in such a way that, hardly will get space, Okay, but the poetess here, Amy Lowell, she tells you that, she is living in her grandpa's house, The house is very beautiful, lovely, very big also. And there are a lot of stairs, that can go, used for go up also. And the stairs can help you to go down also. And this is really beautiful and slippery floors. Marble, clear. So there is nothing to understand, but when you will be asked in examination, suppose if you are asked to identify the rhyming scheme in the first stanza, you see there are 4 lines in the first stanza. How many lines are there? 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just highlight here 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in the first stanza. So can anyone tell me what can be the rhyming scheme of the first stanza? A rhyming scheme we can start from A letter, A, B, C, D, like this. You just pick out the last word of each sentence, try to compare, okay, get the sound effect, and then you have to name it like A, B, C, D. Clear? So can anyone tell me? I will give you 1 mark bonus. Any child, I am not asking you the rhyming words, rather I am asking you the rhyming scheme. You know the difference, basic difference in between rhyming words and rhyming scheme. Clear? Rhyming words means simply you have to pick out the words. Suppose a child is reading the first line, pick out the last word. Second line you are reading, pick out again the last word. Like for example, house and door. House, it is not sounding like doors. Door is something different. Then go you sit, then floor you come. So what can be the rhyming words? Here, if you are asked to find out or identify the rhyming words, then door and floor. Door, floor. So you can select the rhyming word. But once you are asked to select the rhyming scheme, Santosh, can you tell me what is rhyming scheme? And I just told you about the rhyming scheme pattern. You know that basically we can start by naming ABCD. So my first one example I am showing you. First one, it is suppose we give you, we just write it here, suppose A. Clear? Because we have to start from A. Second sentence you read out and the last word you pick out. Is it sounding like the previous one, house and door? Something different you are finding? So house is different from door, so we can give it B. Clear? A, B. Then third line you are again reading. There are stairs that go up and stairs that go down. Who can tell me? Yes. Door and floor, I am not asking you the rhyming word, okay? Rhyming scheme we are discussing and we can basically proceed with the help of ABCD. A, B, house, next one door, something different, then it should be B. Third one down, again something different, then you can go with C. Now in such beautiful slippery floors, door, it is sounding like floor, floor is sounding like door, so door we have given B. So you can see, just name also this one B, you know. So the rhyming pattern will be A, B, C, B here in the first stanza. Did you understand how I did it? Each last word, each sentence last word you just pick out, like house is the last word here, door is the last word here, in the third line down is the last word. Clear? And last one floor. Clear? Now in each sentence the last word we are picking out and we have to proceed from ABCD. Okay, so basically normally you have to start from A letter, next one you are reading, so it is different than B, third one you are reading again different, then it should be C, fourth one you are reading, it is sounding like the second one, so second one we have given B, so floor also will become B. So you understood? Samriddhi, did you understand? So the first stanza rhyming scheme will be A, B, C, B. Clear? Rhyming words if you are asked, then you can select door and floor. Door, floor. Clear? So similarly we have to proceed the remaining also. We can go from D also, then E also, F also, like this. So my grandpa lives in a wonderful house with a great many windows and doors, you know. There are stairs that go up and stairs that go down, you know. It means it's a very big house, you know. Well, a lot of facilities you can available, you know, there. You can find a lot of facility, you know. So many stairs are there, you know. But poor people see still in some villages, you know, you will find more houses. The poor people are living there. Okay. And such beautiful slippery floor, very smooth, silky, very dynamic, you know, and very slippery floor you will find, you know. It is full of marble actually. The house is full of marble. The floors, it consists of marble, you know, it is made up of marble. So nothing, the first stanza it tells you about the physical description of the house, you know. Did you understand? The first one, yes, Janvi Itankar, you have given A, B, C, B. Yes. Okay. Suppose two lines you are reading. First line, last word. Suppose you are finding cook. Second line, last word you are reading book. Like cook book. So cook A you have given. So book also is sounding like cook. So A again it will come. So in this pattern you have to proceed the rhyming scheme. So don't get confused in examination regarding the differences between rhyming scheme and rhyming words. So first stanza is over. So it tells you about the house, the construction of the house, you know, the facilities available over there. Okay, how is it made up of? Now, but all of the rooms, even mother's and mine, the poetess tells you here that all the rooms, even mother's and mine, and the book room and the parlor and all. I like the green dining room so much the best because of its selling and volume. Because the see
your bedroom might be well decorated, the drawing room might be well decorated. Similarly, the poetess here tells you about that each and every room really it is they are fully decorated. Even taking the example from book room, then parlor, even you go to parlor also in that house, each and every room is well decorated, well designed with a lot of flowers also, okay, and fruits also. So I like the green dining room so much the best because of its ceiling and wall. But the poetess likes the dining room, green dining room, it is a green dining room means might be painted in green color, so it looks green, And the poetess likes the green dining room so much only because of its ceiling and wall, The wall is well painted and the ceiling part, ceiling, the room one, that you can see, So right over your head, wherever the poetess is sitting, right over her head, is a funny round hole. Right over your head is a funny round hole with apples and pears falling through. There is a big bunch of grapes, all purpley and sweet, and melons and pineapples too, So the room is decorated with a lot of flowers, lot of fruits, like it is mentioned the big bunch of grapes like purple color, smelling sweet, and melons and pineapples. But don't think that these are all real fruits, hanging over there. You see, mark the ceiling of that house, where it is designed in such a way, it is designed with a lot of color, and some fruits. Okay, some pictures will find because the ceiling itself it is painted with a lot of fruits, bunch of grapes like, then melons, pineapples, clear. But these are not real fruits, hanging over there. The poetess tells you about in the second stanza that, the ceiling, whenever I am looking at the ceiling, which is over my head, there is a funny round hole, okay, and there is a lot of apples and pears falling through, hanging through, okay. And also you will find big bunch of grapes over there in purple color, all are in purple color, smelling sweet. In fact, they are not smelling sweet because they are not real, but you just imagine. And melons and pineapples, it means a lot of pictures of fruits you will find over your head, when you mark at the ceiling. Clear? They tumble and tumble but never come down. Whenever you look at all those fruits which are decorated, okay, the house is well decorated with fruits, so whenever you look at them, observe them, then they just tumble and tumble, but in fact they never come because they are not real fruits. So when you are reading this story, I am telling you, this is just like, have you heard the story, The Fox and the Grapes? Several attempts the fox makes, but did he find or was he able to reach the point? No. The fox is trying to get the grapes, but finally what he makes? He gives one statement that all the grapes are sour. They are not tasty. So whenever we fail to do our work, sometimes then what we do actually, we never blame ourselves, rather we lay blame on other things. Okay, whenever you get failed, then you just lay blame on others, like the fox. What the fox says, all the grapes are sour, they are not sweet, because he is not able to reach the point. Similarly, here you find at the end, the poetess is not able to reach it. Is trying to hold all these. Okay, they are painted in such a way that they are just about to fall, but in fact they are not falling. It is just visible from a distance, that as if they are about to fall. They tumble but never come down. Though I have stood underneath a long while, the poetess is just watching it, opening her eyes, trying to get those, but in fact, they never come down only because they are painted. Though I have stood underneath a long while with my mouth open wide, for I always have hoped just a cherry would drop from the pile. A bunch of grapes will find, cherry will find, apple you will find, pineapple you will find, lemon you will find, all are painted. And the poetess here just opening her mouth, very wide, very big, widening her mouth, that she had always hoped that just a cherry would drop from the pile, from the bunch. But it never happens like this, because all these are painted. Did you understand? No matter how early I run there to look, it has always begun to fall through. And one night, when at bedtime, I crept in to see, it was falling by candlelight too. In daytime, she took several attempts to get those, but she could not. No matter how early I run there to look, it has always begun to fall through, because it was these all fruits, they were about to fall actually. They were hanging in such a way, when you look at them also, then you might feel also that as if they are going to fall, and will pick up those. And one night what she did, one night when at bedtime, she is about to go to sleep, so that time she went into the green dining room to see it was falling by candlelight too. When all are asleep, that time the candlelight is on, okay, dim light, it is there, the room is not fully dark, and there the poetess also still able to observe that as if they are going to fall now, and she is waiting there also to have such wonderful moment, but it never came. Did you understand? This is all about. So how many students okay. So no matter how early I run there to look, it has always begun to fall through. And one night when at bedtime I crept in to see, it was falling by candlelight too. So the poetess, during her bedtime, she has not slept actually, in fact, that night, because she is just thinking about those fruits, which were supposed to fall there. So before she goes asleep, she crept into the dining room to see whether they were falling by candlelight too. The candlelight, it is there, dim light, it is there, So there she is trying that, at this moment perhaps those fruits might fall, but in fact it never happens, because they are on the real fruits. Clear? They are on the real fruits. I am sure they are magical fruits, and each one makes you hear things or see things or go forever invisible, but it is no use, and of course I shall just never know you. But the poetess could understand that, at last that, I am sure that, they are all magical fruits, and each one makes you hear things. As they are, swinging to sounds, coming to her, or see things or go forever invisible, but it's no use, and of course I shall just never know you. She knows that, she knows it very well that, these are all unreal, these are all magical, they are trying to tempt her, but she could not do anything. She is just hoping that, I should get all those fruits, which are hanging, For the ladders too heavy to lift, and the chairs are not nearly so tall as I need, I have given up hope, and I feel I shall die without having accomplished the deed. But she has one greatest desire that one day or the other she will definitely reach and touch it what actually it is. But for that what she is doing, you see, she is taking the help of ladder, and the ladder is so heavy, it's too heavy to lift, and the chair also, because she is very short heighted. You remember one thing that it comes in examination, that if you are asked to highlight the physical description, physical feature of the poetess, then she is short heighted actually. So if she is standing and trying to reach her hand also, she could not do that. So she is taking the help of ladder. Clear? Now is it coming clear? Now we check it out, the boys. Now is it okay, Elias? Now she is taking the help of ladder, and the ladder is so heavy to lift. Now again taking the help of chair, are not nearly so tall as I need. I have given up hope, and I feel I shall die without having accomplished the deed. She has tried her best, but she cannot reach up to the point, up to the mark. Cannot reach the point. It means she is sometimes taking the help of chair also, sometimes taking the help of ladder also to trying to reach the point, but she failed because she is so short heighted. It's a little bit sad when you seem very near to adventures and things of that sort which nearly begin and then don't, and you know that it is only because you are short. But really it is very much an happiest thing on the part of the poetess, that when you are suppose sometimes, say it happens in your life also sometimes. Many students, suppose they are appearing different examination in their life also. Okay, many students I have seen after completion of that 12th class, they can go for competitive examination also. They can take several attempts to qualify the examination, but out of them so many are there who fail to succeed in life. They might be coming closer to the success, but success will slip out of their hand. Okay, so they will just repeat actually. So she just comparing that one, when you are very closer to the adventures, and the things, of that sort, which nearly begin, and you are not able to do that, because only you are very short-heighted. Clear? Because she is so short-heighted, the poetess. Okay, the poetess is here short-heighted, and because of her that height problem, she is not able to reach to the point. Only she is observing as if those pears, those lemons, all those fruits, they are about to fall through, but in fact they are not falling. They are magical. They are painted. The ceiling is painted with all these fruits, and they are painted in such a way that as if they are going to fall, but in fact they are not falling. And the poetess also knows it very well that these are unreal, but she is trying to touch it, and she is doing when nobody is there at home. She is taking the chance when no one is there to see her. Okay, and she is repenting, realizing that she is very short-heighted, her height is very short, and only because of that she is not able to reach the point. That is why she is remorsing, repenting, because the task is now not fulfilled. You are trying hard, to get a task fulfilled, but when it remains unfulfilled, then you just repent from that. Because of 1 minute, suppose when you are reaching the platform late, because of 1 minute also delay, if you make 1 minute of delay also, then you can miss the train, and such a golden opportunity you can lose also. It happens somewhere. And the child, the poetess, is now, is it clear?
Okay. So the poetess is just repenting. This is just a fable. It is just like a fable. Like the fox and the fox and the grapes. The story is very similar with the past story. Bedtime story like the fox and the grapes. Okay, these all fruits, the grapes, all are like the bunch of fruits. On one side, another side, the poetess is working, doing the job like a fox. How the fox makes several attempts, but finally it fails. Similarly, the poetess also is making several attempts, but she fails to do it. This is all about it. So it means the poetess wants to give you a lesson in this particular story, in this poem, that that when we are coming closer to a particular thing and we are not able to get it, or the thing it goes slips, it gets slipped out of your hand, then what will happen to you? How normally you will. So this is all about. So thank you very much, dear students. And tomorrow, once again, I'll just summarize if you have any doubt also. Okay, don't worry. I think some technical problem might be there. That is why it's echoing. So I hope that you are able to understand a little bit. Okay, it's a very simple point. Nothing is there. This is all about the painted ceiling. The ceiling is painted with a lot of fruits, and what the poet does with those fruits. This is all about. How she is longing to get all those fruits, but in fact they are supposed to fall, but they are not falling only because they are unreal. They are not real fruits. That is why she says that when I am very closer to a particular thing, but I don't get it, then really I feel very short, and it is happening only because of my height problem, because she is short-heighted. Okay. That is the only reason, that is why she is not able to reach it. Thank you very much, dear students. Tomorrow, the remaining portion question answer I will discuss with you.